Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Back to pass, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Guys, let's chat about Florida. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All off things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hotter.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
And the Gators are at the line, looking to convert on 3rd and short. Got it, looking for a first. Oh, he's got some space. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after they play up top.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
Using the quick game. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Looking for blockers. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Scanning the field, it's Callaway. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. He's got it on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Plows through the defense. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
And And, man, it's a great job by this defense using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score, they get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline, and they're really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a 4th down.
Complete out of the backfield. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking for a deep man. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a lot.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. They'll ride the hot hand. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Rush is on him. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Carr. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Great job up front on this pass rush. Defense in a dime personnel grouping. They've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys, and they're 4-1. They got the job done. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time.
He'll field the punt and take it back. He gets a block. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The throw to the outside is complete. Turning it on. Touchdown, Clemson. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you add my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by 7 over Penn State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff from the shotgun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
He's always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Tigers. And they turn it into a defensive score.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get 1 pick 6 in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit as he throws. Complete to the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. The give to the tailback. Breaks into the open. He has the first and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Man, did he have a read on that one and almost had the pick. It'll be third down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Pocket breaking down. It's complete. There he goes. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Leaves it with the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Makes the catch at the 30. Makes a move. Touchdown, Tigers! Stealing a score on special teams. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. That's such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
The kickoff team is out there after that last punt return for a touchdown. Let's see if we get another big special teams play. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
That's why it's so important to have success on 1st and 2nd down. They're running the ball on 2nd down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
The Gators lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Carr. Fires to the tight end. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a 1st down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning too. That was beautiful.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride Davis here. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it from the gun. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Gators are on the move. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's again. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Nice move to keep running. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Trying to beat him to the left. Got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, elation on one side, deflation on the other, in the hotly contested battle for the brass spittoon. Michigan State notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from East Lansing is worth its weight in gold to the Spartans. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to throw. It's Callaway. Quick completion on the out. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Clemson jumps to the line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think, setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Going right to work up top. That's caught. It's Ginn. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Guys, let's chat about Florida. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster, and they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today.
Caught over the middle. It's Ginn. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Got it in the middle. It's Ginn. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the defense picks up a...
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
And the Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Under fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll need some juice in that arm on 3rd and long. He's got an open man. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking down the middle. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down. Opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Spits it out to the back. Got a man. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Clemson!
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. East getting blown off the field right now, and like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to Coastal Carolina. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here's the handoff. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. To the air, it's Carr. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Last drive ended after a long missed field goal, and they have it back ready to go to work. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
But you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Tackled there by the defense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the 1st down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just so you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Quarterback on the keeper. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, we know this QB wants to take off. Fourth down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. To the air, it's Carr. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Gators in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man, it's Briggs. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. Then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Wants to keep it in the air. Under fire. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Nothing but green grass down the middle. 10. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, David, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Gators sending the offense back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Looking downfield, it's Carr. And here's the third interception of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Turning it on. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.